Washer connection for the hot or the cold water question. We have these rubber hoses here. They may be good and last for an extended period of time. So, but now one thing to do, keep in mind, when these rubber hoses, oftentimes over a period of time, they may get dry rotted and then they may buckle up here. So if you go out of town for any extended period of time, you may want to have you cut your water off at the meter, or and throw the breaker if you have an electric breaker, or throw the breaker first for your hot water heater, and which is normally a 30 amp breaker for many hot water heaters if it's electric. And so now the hose I like kind of has a, this is not for this, is the kind of hose I like is the silver braided hose, but notwithstanding, either hose may be good. But now let's just take a hypothetical. Let's say you go out of town and go to the beach or the mountains or wherever, and you come back home and you hear some weird noise, and so, or worse, your neighbor calls and conveys that your water's dripping from your house, from your front door or wherever. So this is the reason it's good to cut it off. Now these hoses here, over a period of time, they can get, right here as one can see, they can get just, I don't know if it's dry rotted, but in this particular case, this hose here has a hole in it, and it's not going to be good when the water comes out. Again, this is, I think this may be a 3/4 by 3/4 for a washer connection. And then and again, the hose that I like would be a hose like this, but it would be silver. But now, are these hoses good? I'm not here to say whether something's good, bad, or mediocre, but anything with age can deteriorate, degrade, etc. So the degradation here can actually just burst a hole in it. And also be sure to, in my opinion, one may want to consider checking or having a plumber to check their water pressure. If the water pressure is high in the pipes or degraded, or you have a rubber-esque kind of hose like this, then it can exacerbate the pressure can exacerbate the leak, and the leak could pop up quicker. But you don't want to come home to something that looks something like this, because if you come home and you've been out of town for a week, this could mean that you may have to repair drywall. It could mean you may have to repair hardwood floors, subflooring, etc. So just my opinion is, if I were going out of town, I would consider, say for a week or so, I would consider turning the water off at the water meter. First, I would throw the breaker, the 30 amp breaker for the hot water heater. And if I had these hoses, personally, I would upgrade the hose. If I had these type of washer hoses here, I would try to put new hoses on, say every other year, and I would make sure I got good quality hoses. Now the hoses that look something like this, that have a silver lining, I don't know if they're more durable, but I kind of have a penchant towards these, and I like these. But if either hose, a good rule of thumb may be, now each individual has to do what they want to, and each individual's risk factor may be different. But I would, my opinion is, I would say change the hoses, say your washer hoses, every other year. And if you do this, this may alleviate any problems. And again, if you go out of town, I would turn the water off. You have to do what you want to do. I can't tell another person what to do, nor will I tell another person what to do. But if you come home and you have something like this, and this may seem like a small hole, But if you take 60 to 70 pounds of pressure and water spewing in sundry different directions, it may create havoc that you do not want. So when you have these washer hoses, be sure to change them. And they're like anything else, they do get old, they degrade. So and the water pressure pushes and etc. So now if you don't change them and something like this happens, this could be a Murphy's Law situation, and this is not a situation you want to deal with. And you say, well, this is just a small hole here. Well, this small hole, a lot of water, and you see how I push this, it just looks like the rubber just kind of pushes out when pushed here. So there's just a massive amount of water that can come out in a small hole here. And so just an ounce of prevention may be worth a pound of cure. So if you maybe a good rule of thumb, in my opinion, is to change these, say, once every year and a half, or somewhere thereabouts, and make sure you use good quality hoses, and hopefully you won't run into a bad situation. And so this if you end up with a hole in it like this could portend a bad situation for your more than just your hoses. It will affect other items in your home. So thank you for watching. Have a great day.